Let's finish on Dunkley. Pete, have you got any autumnal wins in your sales this weekend?
Look, I'm really pleased that we've selected a great candidate in Nathan Conroy. Obviously, people in this by-election aren't going to change the government, but they can send a message to Mr Albanese and the Labor Party, because there are so many families here who are really hurting because of the decisions of the Albanese government. The Prime Minister promised electricity would go down by $275. It's up by close to 30%. Gas is up by 30%. People are paying more and more at the supermarket under this government, and your mortgage has gone up by about $24,000 a year. So you can understand that there is a level of anger on the ground here. And I think it's an opportunity for the locals to select somebody who's going to be a champion for them in Canberra. And I think somebody who has a proven record in delivering for their local community will be front of mind, and Nathan Conroy is that candidate.
Right, the Australian this morning is saying that you could well get there with a big enough swing. Are you feeling that confident?
Well, look, Pete, there's certainly a lot of anger from local residents here against Mr Albanese. There's no question about that. People really feel betrayed and let down, and it's a 6.3%. That's the other side of the ledger. So it's a big margin. If there's a 3% swing against the government, then that would be historic, and it would be a very significant blow for Mr Albanese. And I know this morning that Bill Shorten was rubbing his hands together at the thought that Mr Albanese would be under pressure as a result. But I do think people will want to send a message to the Prime Minister to say, look, we're doing it tough, and you're actually making the situation worse. And you're a Prime Minister who's supposed to stand up for us, and instead you've been spending half your life overseas. You've spent $450 million on the voice that just divided the country, and the cost of living pressures that people are experiencing just aren't being addressed by this bad government. And I think the Prime Minister's weak leadership has been on display, and I don't think people like what they've been seeing.
Peter Dutton, the Opposition Leader, appreciate your time this morning. Thank you. And folks, don't miss Sky News live coverage of all the results and all the reaction from the Dunkley by-election. Our coverage from our team of stars right there, 6 p.m. tomorrow night, live from Melbourne.